Hello everyone, my name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with episode 20 of Full Metal Panic. Now, I'm going to try to keep the review, summary of the episode short, try to talk about the more important aspects of this episode, and I actually want to start off with the ZY-98 Shadow, or the 999 as it's called in this episode. I thought that Zahid's weapon, AS from from back then, a couple episodes ago, was not mentioned. It had no unit name. I was wrong. I did a little bit of research because I wanted to know what the 999 was, and it's this version. It's this backup. I do have a better image, which I am going to show, but yeah, this is still very cool, even just the basic version. But I thought I would bring that up and tell you about it. So I want to talk about the more important details, such as we've learned some bits of information. So, beginning of the episode, Tessa and Chidori have a talk, and they talk more about being a whispered. She tells them, yeah, I'm a whispered. We're both people that can access black technology that's very out of ordinary, extraordinary different sciences, mechanics, physics, stuff like that, and kind of just have a little bit of chat about that. And they talk about this ability called resonance, which is basically how they communicate to each other during the soul. And Tessa makes a bit of an interesting point, saying it's dangerous for us to resonate, as she says we could lose each other. We could act as though we're a different person and lose our true self. She doesn't know herself, but how she explained it to me is that basically if you share a person's or conscience with another person, you could kind of develop maybe a split personality or think that you're a different person sort of ideal. That's how I interpreted the information. But this will pave into more later episodes, but she does count, after they have their little conversations, they have the moments about talking about Sosuke. She's Chidori's so that's why I had this bodyguard around me. It's yeah, sort of. And she kind of laughs at him like he's a bit of a goofball. And Tessa's a bit upset because, she does have feelings for him. And she kind of mentions, I haven't thrown the white flag yet. We had a moment together. She kind of gives them the information. And Chidori's not super jealous. We're not that kind of person, but, they have their fun moments. And so I do appreciate that the fact that they recall previous episodes, even if it's just filler, they compound each episode and build upon that. And we get actually this hammers a little bit more when they have to go do their mission. Now, they're to go to this island called the Burrito Island. Not sure exactly. Actually, hold on. All right, never mind. I was trying to look up what this fictional island, but it kind of doesn't really matter. But basically, they have to go to this island. It's somewhere in the Pacific, and they have to. This group is threatening to release gases unless their demands are met, and they also have hostages. So this Mithril has to come in and take care of it. Now, talking about previous episodes and compounding, they obviously show the Venom, Garron's new mecha, and they don't hide the fact that Garron is still alive. It's pretty obvious. But Callahan basically tells Sosuke that the weight of the shoulders of both Mithril and his comrades are all Mithril and everybody else is on his shoulders if he can't defeat the Venom, because it has the Lambda drive. And you can tell throughout the episode that it definitely does weigh on him. And Mal tries to get comfort, let us worry about each other. You just worry about the mission, and subsequently even Chidori. And that does feel a bit of emotion. That does relieve on his shoulders. However, he does also think about to the previous episodes when he was back in his homeland of Afghanistan or Hedgistan, thinking about the events with that crew. And it definitely weighs on him. And the episode even kind of shows it. When he tries to activate the Lambda drive, it doesn't necessarily respond. And there's definitely a quirk to it. I was trying to figure out what was going on through the light novels just to kind of get an idea of why it doesn't work now, but I didn't really see anything that was too obvious, and I want to get this episode done because my dog is a little bit antsy, whatever. Hey, he's allowed to be antsy. He's got surgery tomorrow. But I do appreciate the fact that even the filler episode, even if it wasn't super good, that what happens in those events do affect him and they weigh on his shoulders. It's a very nice moment. Now, the other thing I can appreciate is how they deal with the Venom. Now, because the Lambda Drive does protect the body, Kurt and a couple others like, all right, well, instead of attacking the body, let's attack the weapons and get rid of it. So they get rid of his giant machine gun. That works nicely. And following that, Sosuke tries to engage him, tries to use the Lambda Drive. It doesn't work. Kurt says, take him over this building because he notices the Venom has its giant blade. He says, go over this place. He destroys the blade, and he also destroys the building behind it, causing the Venom to overheat and get rid of the Lambda Drive. So there is ways of getting around it. You just have to be very smart about it. I like the creativity that they can show, showing there is alternative means to beat a Lambda Drive user. You just got to put in that kind of position, wear down its power, force it in a situation where it has to overuse it. So I like that aspect. And I guess kind of the episode we see that, the Lambda Drive is gone and Garon is basically surrendered. Unfortunately, I wish Sosuke had made the decision to kind of shoot him, but he kind of wants to bring him to justice. And also, Mao is also injured at the same time. So I guess there's no time to do both of them or whatever, or just treat him as a criminal, I guess. But so that summary of the episode. But I do like this first aspect of just the culmination of things that happen. I also show a better look at the this is a better look at the 999 or the Z98. It's a really cool looking AS. Probably I'd say it's definitely one of my favorite of the bunches. I still think the Garon's mechas are way better, but this comes at a very close second. It's still very cool, and I do like the red on it as well. I think, yeah, that's about it. Anyway, I'll end the episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoy my review. I'll see you guys next time, which is going to be on Wednesday. I might do episodes 21 and 22 back to back. We will see. We'll see how that plays out. Like I said, my dog has got his knee surgery, so it could just be 21, but who knows? Maybe I'll manage to do a double episode. But yeah, if you haven't watched this series, definitely check it out if you means. But yeah, have a wonderful day and have a wonderful Tuesday.